everyone, how have you been? I hope you have been okay. Your week was fantastic, as mine was okay. And today, I want to thank you all for your love and for your support and for watching my videos. And I want to talk about tithing, which is something that was really confusing to me in the past, but with time, I come to really understand the meaning of tithing. So, welcome and let's enjoy. So I used to ask myself one question: why should I tithe? What if I give or donate that money to the people who really need it instead of tithing? Will it be okay? So in the past, I used to do that. Sometimes I tithe, sometimes I don't. I just maybe offer it somewhere else. But I listened to one preaching and it said that tithing is obeying God, because there's this verse in Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10, which says that we are expected to bring our tithes and offerings into the house of God, and it is an expectation that God has for us. And so that really gave me some light as to why I should tithe. I should tithe because God wants me to tithe. He wants me to take some of my money or my resources into his house. Actually, tithe means tenth in the Hebrew language. It means tenth. So tithe is tenth of what you get, tenth of your salary, tenth of your salary, because in the past the people who lived in the past used to take their goats, their cows as tithes and sacrifices and offerings. But right now we deal with money. That's what we get when we work. So that was the first thing that I learned. Another thing I learned is that by tithing, once you get that salary and you put that 10% apart, you are learning to put God first. You're prioritizing God. And when you prioritize him, he will bless you. You trust him with that 10%, and he will bless the 90% that you are left with. He says that if we tithe, we are unlocking our blessings. Just test him and see how much he can bless you. And that means it's not only money that you'll be blessed with. There are things like peace of mind, great health, joy in your hearts, great ideas to start up a business, a lot of things. It's not always about material things that you can be blessed with. And the 90% that you are left with, I am a witness that it doesn't go into waste. You realize that maybe you can buy something and it gets spoiled. I realized before, when I never used to tithe. I used to buy something, then it gets spoiled, then I go back to the shop, buy it again, it gets spoiled. But I learned a lesson. Every time I tithe, when I buy something, I usually replace it, because maybe I have gotten tired of it, or it's so old, so old, and its life is finished. So whenever you give God that 10%, he blesses the 90%, and you are able to do a lot of things with that 90%, and it doesn't go to waste. God blesses you abundantly. That I have seen with my eyes. There's no point of getting your salary, it's 100%, but it's not blessed. But when you test God with that 10%, just 10%, he blesses the rest 90%. And that was an eye-opener for me. So every time I get my salary, there are those times that you feel so broke, so broke, but it's a test of faith at times. Just prioritize him. Just like you put aside bills for your electricity, for your water, for your rent, put aside some for God. Another thing I also learned is that when I tithe, I do it for God, not for my pastor, not for any human being, because I want to obey him. I want to be blessed, maybe, but really I am not doing it for any human being. There's this thing that goes around that when we tithe, we are helping the pastor. But I realized I had a wrong mindset. It's not okay. I really don't care where that money goes. When I send it to my church, I really don't care what it does. But I have given it to God because He has given me so much, so much. The least I can do is to give back just 10% of my earnings, which is very little to Him. Yeah, very little. He just wants to test us. He just wants to test our faith. Do we trust Him enough with our resources, with our finances? And if we really trust Him enough, He will always come through, and we will never lack. We will never ever lack. So it's okay if you are having a hard time tithing. It's okay. God will come and give you that conviction and show you why you should give back to Him. And anyway, He loves a cheerful giver. Another thing I also learned is that obedience is better than sacrifice. The moment I was giving or donating instead of tithing, I was giving it. That is a form of sacrifice. But I have not obeyed God. You see, there's that difference. There's obedience and there's sacrifice. You have to first obey, then maybe you offer your sacrifice. In the 90% that remains after you tithe the 10%, now you can remove some and donate to someone who doesn't have. If you do your mathematics and realize that you can be able to donate somewhere and help out someone, do it after you have honored God. There's this verse, it's in 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 22 to 24. I will attach it there, about obedience. Obey God, then offer a sacrifice. Because even if we offer that sacrifice and we have not obeyed Him, there's nothing we have done. Yes, we have helped someone, but we still haven't obeyed God. We still haven't given God what He deserves. So those are some few things I learned, and it has made it easier. It has made it easier for me to tithe and to give back to God, because I'm so He has loved me so much, and He always provides for me. Why should I not give back? Yeah. So I hope it has helped someone in a way, like it helped me. That preaching was an eye-opener, and I felt like sharing it, because most of the times we feel like there's no need to tithe, but we unlock so much and so many blessings. We unlock a lot of grace from God. So do it for God, not for anyone. Just do it for God. If possible, try to tithe as much as you can. And with time, it becomes a discipline, it becomes a habit. And I hope you all have a blessed week. Bye bye, and thank you for watching.